Do you eat rice using a pair of chopsticks, a fork, or with your hands? Do you believe there's a right way to eat rice? What about the side of the road that you drive on? Do you believe it's correct to drive on the right or the left? Culture determines how we view others and the world. This statement is true for every person, with no exception. Some people are aware of the effect of culture on our worldview, and others are not. If we're not exposed to other culture groups and do not learn how others perceive the world around them, we are likely to have a narrow view of the world, and we assume that the rest of the world sees things the same way we do. Ethnocentrism is a belief that your own culture is superior to other cultures. The practice of our own culture are normalized to us as we grow up, and we automatically assume that any practice not part of our own culture is not normal. Let's take a look at an example. Often, people in the Western countries dismiss the eating habit of other cultures. In Chinese culture, it's common to eat insects such as locusts, ants, bees, etc. And Western countries label this as grotesque or disgusting, but do not question their own eating habits. It's not bad to appreciate one's culture. In fact, it leads to a shared sense of community and it helps connect people. But a strong sense of ethnocentrism can lead to the formation of us and them feelings, and it can hinder individuals from learning more about other cultures. In extreme cases, ethnocentrism can lead to extreme prejudice towards other cultures, and it can cause us to feel negative emotions like fear and contempt towards other cultures. It is important that we confront our own ethnocentric tendencies in order to develop more cultural awareness and empathy toward other cultures. Once we are aware of ethnocentrism and how it can cause us to make the wrong assumption about other people, we can develop habits that can help us to overcome ethnocentrism and the cultural barrier that it causes. If you find yourself comparing your culture to others and conclude that your own culture is superior, try putting the following habits into practice. Learn about other groups. Learning about other cultures is the best way to understand them better and to develop an open mind to new and different experience. Confront your emotions. Sometimes it's difficult to understand where the emotions we are feeling are coming from. If you find yourself feeling anger or hostility towards another person because you believe they should act in accordance to what you are used to, try to get to the core of these negative emotions and understand why you have this kind of emotional response. Avoid judgments. If you notice that someone is acting in a different way that you're used to, learn to appreciate difference rather than expecting them to adhere to what you think is normal. Be respectful. Regardless of what your belief towards a certain practice of culture other than your own, everyone deserves respect. Not only the people who fit in the worldview that you have internalized, treat people the way you want to be treated. Overcoming ethnocentrism helps us build cultural tolerance and appreciation for cultural diversity. We all must have an open mind and a willingness to understand the need for diverse population to help overcome cultural barrier and strive towards an equitable world.